from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They Ella, they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, please. I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
Getting money since I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole for it all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
set. Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Set high. Hey. Ready, go.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check right, check right. Go. Ready, go.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D.
And he'll complete this one to Fulgham. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Yes. Set, go. Check,
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
It was Kendall Donnerson who made the stop on the defensive side. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Check Mike 54. Mike, set, go.
They'll set up to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Yep. Ready, go.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Vikings' 42-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Danielle Hunter able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Charlie. Set. 22. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Mark that down as an 85-yard punt return, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. First possession resulted in a punt. What does Mr. Davis predict for possession number 2?
I'm looking forward to seeing what they had down on their play sheet, because most teams start with that script, that so-called script, about things they want to do. Some of those plays are used to probe, and some of those plays are used to attack. I think they're going to try to attack on this possession.
All right, let's see what happens. Will they attack? 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. Yeah.
2nd and 4. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Watch the slack. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch. Go. 54. Got it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He won't go down. And there he goes again. And the Vikings are in for the touchdown.
Let's go touchdown, baby.
That's the second touchdown return of the game. And yes, we're only in the first quarter.
How about that for a start? So he's on pace for 8. You think he gets there?
I don't see how. But right now, he's got to like what he's getting done.
Yeah, he likes it. His team loving it. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They give to Johnson going right. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Jack, ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
61, matchbox, right.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Exit. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Allen now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it and avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
I'm coming after you.
Now a run with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. It's complete to Grant. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st down, Allen. On the crossing route, complete. That's Grant. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Play.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Cook. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
And now here's a carry heading left. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 6-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Check 3. Alert! Shit! Motion.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Johnson. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Mike 319. Mike 43. Come on. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Monday. Defense, let's go. 43 is the mic.
Throwing on second down. Allen. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Grant. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just...
This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
43. 43. Check. 43. We own them. We own them. Go.
So after the INT, it's Allen. It's caught. Smith. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
3 down. Middle. Hey, Delta. Mike's 43. Mike's 43.
Here's Allen to throw it. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Defense all day. All day. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Oh, you got deep? 43 is the mic.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's make these babies crawl. Ready, go!
They go to Johnson again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Seam 6. Sit. Topper. Topper. Ready, go.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. And it's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Let's go.
Watch time. Tight end right.
Pass.
You got 3 down, 3 down.
Check 37. Check 37.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Check 24. Check 24.
Stop. Regular.
The mic. 43's the mic.
Let's go.
Bravo.
Allen now looks to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Allen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
A gain of 9.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Squeeze, get in there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 37.
They'll look to throw here. And he rifles one incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson, but it's going to be second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Back to throw now on second and 10. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Lions on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. On the ground, this is Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
It's 4th down.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Watch his flat. Like 22, he's coming. 25.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come on, D.
56. Half.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
He's mine. 51's mine.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to float this one. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Jakeem Grant with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Let's go, let's go! Right here, right here. 51, Mike 51.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Allen, and this is Cook with a grab. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game,